So guys, this will be my last Chrysler 300 upload. I want to tell you what's going on with this car. Chrysler knew back in 2006 when they put this model out that there was going to be computer problems. They didn't do anything about it. They figured in 10 years from now, that 2016, 17, 18, when things started taking a dump, that they would just dismiss it. And they have done that. If you look at these labor description here, because this car failed emissions, it cost me $480 to get the emissions passed on this car. What's happened is I talked to some of the top mechanics in Utah, and they've told me that because there's so many issues with the various control modules, that it would probably require them to take all the wiring harness out to try to look for all the faults that come with this problem. It's not a unique problem, but it's a problem that I happen to have. I'm looking at about $8,000 for these guys to try to fix this car. And here's the thing, the DMV in my state said that if this car coded during the emissions testing time next year, that they would not honor another waiver. So this 2006 Chrysler is now destined for the junkyard, even though this is a beautiful car. It runs great, except it's got all these problems. Bunch of U codes. U codes are ugly problems that they're like the devil possessed car, if you will. There's just no exorcism for it. So I asked the dealership if I brought this same said car in, what they would offer me for it, and they would say, well, probably just to get your business, we'd probably give you a low blue book and attempt to get you in another car. And I said, what would you do with this car? He says, we were just simply going to wholesale this one out. That simply means scrap it for metal. So there you go. There's no fixing these kind of cars with these kind of problems. So anyhow, you guys are having these low engine idle problems. That's all associated with this. You know, your car should idle about 800 RPM, and if it stays about 650, that's because of these modules. These control modules are all suspect, and so it's all related. And what happens is they have this $4,500 computer that's supposed to talk to the computers on board, and it just doesn't give it good information because it's got it open somewhere. And to find that, like I said, they'd almost have to go through every square inch of the wiring, and you'd better have an open checkbook. And it could take from a day to 2 weeks to try to find this thing to even begin to. So you're looking at maybe $5,000 to $8,000 to try to fix something this old, with no guarantee that at the end of the next emission year that this thing would not pass. And if it doesn't pass, and they've done everything they can do, the DMV has told me this car will no longer be given a waiver. It's just too old and they don't want to deal with it. So there you go. So if you're having problems with your gas tank showing empty for some reason and the dashboard going nuts, it's because these computers are all going bad. And there's major class action lawsuit going on with these same said computers. So yeah, they know there's an ongoing problem with this. So if you guys are having problems with your Chryslers, guys, Chrysler knows about it, and they're not going to do a thing about it.